I'm Lynn Norman,
Scott Norman.
and we've been at All Souls for almost 14 years.
Hi, we're the Mara family, and we've been coming to All Souls for 8 years now.
When we started, we were some of the older people there, and we've seen this wonderful change of young couples, lots of children. It's a wonderful change. We are no longer the only older people in church.
We have now 3 kids. We have our oldest, Colin, who's about to turn 3, and then we have the twins, Lucy and Neil.
The guiding principle to me for any design is accessibility. If you're not accessible, you're not welcome and you're not safe. And that really begins with a safe pedestrian area out off of the new street where people can stand and congregate. It's also a safe pathway into the building where people do not walk up to the middle of the new street. And hopefully that's an elevator.
So we park on the other side of Cayo Latina, we get out of the car, and we don't really have enough hands to carry both of the babies and Colin, and so we've got the stroller, and so one of us is pushing the stroller and one of us is holding Colin's hand because we're walking along College Avenue, which is a busy street, so he really needs to be, guided. But then when we get to the church, there's not an entrance there that we can go in. We have to, one of us will hold the front of the stroller and one of us will hold the handle of the stroller, and we have to lift it down the stairs to get to the ramp that goes in. Or we can park on the other side, down near Three Taverns. But then when we do that, one of us is gonna be pushing the double stroller uphill into traffic, also either carrying Colin or holding a hand. So it's, a lot of times, especially in Georgia, and it's 90 degrees outside, it's me and I'm pushing the double stroller up the hill, sweating on my way into church, which this is our community, and so we are gonna make it work.
For someone who has mobility issues, heart issues, breathing issues, the ramp can be a challenge. And so to have an elevator would be very useful for many of our older members.
I end up for sure getting inside a lot more frazzled than I want to be in a place where I just want to sing and glorify the Lord and take some deep breaths, and that's just kind of not usually my headspace when I get there. Having an elevator is a really tangible answer to the question of how can I help.
It would be very nice to access the building from New Street level and come in and come up to the sanctuary.
From past experience, we have seen where accessibility has been an issue. We had a young couple who were good friends of ours years ago that had a couple children, and one of their children had a mobility challenge. And they came for a while, and finally they had to stop coming because it was so much of a challenge to go outside, go down the ramp, go back in the building in the rain and the heat. And unfortunately they eventually left. They didn't want to, but they were really forced to. So accessibility is critical to many people.
It doesn't give them the same dignity and respect that we have, right? If there are inherent barriers to this community that has meant so much to us and should be available to the people, we want it to be available to other people.
As we all age, we have knee problems, walking issues, hip issues. Currently, 18% of Americans are over 65. And by 2040, they expect to get up to 22%. So we are looking at potentially 1 out of 4 Americans who may have some type of disability. And I think the question is, can we afford not to provide an elevator?
When a church is willing to invest in accessibility, pedestrian pathways, elevators, what I think it communicates to someone who sees that from the outside is that they matter too, right? If you need that, that's a big green flag that this community values me instead of being willing to allow me to stay on the margins.
I think it's a beautiful opportunity to invest the things that God has given to us in something that we get to see the fruit of.
Everyone can participate in this, and it may not be a financial participation, but prayer is the basis of making this work. So If you're not able to give financially, please pray for this, because it's going to be big and it's going to be fun, and changes are going to be made that will make the church a better place to be physically.